Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and I am doing a quick 3 tarot reading for Wednesday, April the 20th. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right. So, quick 3 tarot for the collective, not for a specific sign. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. Now, today will be interesting because I'm using the Nostradamus deck. So I have to use my book because the Nostradamus deck is different from the regular tarot deck. Now, I will clarify, and the thing was, I wasn't planning on clarifying the 3 cards of the Nostradamus deck, but then something told me to get a specific tarot deck, so it's the Essential Tarot deck, to clarify the Nostradamus deck. So I'll be doing that because that's what something told me to do. Yeah, the pre-shuffle energy. Pre-shuffle energy, honestly, to sum it all up, I feel like there is a lot of out with the old, in with the new type energy going on right now. It could be because you know that we had the full moon in Libra this past weekend, which was during Easter weekend, and balancing things out. And if you haven't watched my Easter reading, I recommend it. You may want to watch that. It's about deciding where to put your energy. And some of you may have come to the conclusion now that it's like, okay, some of this stuff, I'm not putting my energy into that anymore. I will put my energy into other things that will benefit me as an individual, whether it's physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, take your pick. It could be all of them. But that's where I'm sort of at on that. Out with the old, in with the new is the pre-shuffle energy. Let's go ahead and see what the main energy is during the reading. So I'll start with the Nostradamus deck, and then I'll clarify with the Essential Tarot deck. May I have the energy for the collective for Wednesday, April 20th. May I have the energy for the collective for Wednesday, April 20th. May I have the energy for the collective for Wednesday, April 20th. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have the energy for the collective for Wednesday, April 20th. Energy for the collective. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have the energy for the collective? May I have 3 cards, please? Energy for the collective. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? I don't know why. I have to stop for a second because if a thought comes to me while I'm doing something, I have to say it. Some of you might be shocked by something, like in a good way. In a good way. And I did in one of the readings, I mentioned that before, by like the amount, how can I say this? I'm looking for the words. You might have been expecting something. I'll just use this as an example. Let's say that you were expecting a bonus of $200 at work. But then they tell you your bonus, and then you find out you're getting $1,000 as your bonus. That type of thing. It doesn't have to be that specifically. I'm just making up something using that as an example. But it's something where you, in your mind, you sort of thought you were going to get something, but it's going to be bigger than what you thought it was. It's almost like where if someone mentions taking you on a vacation, but then they end up proposing to you while they're on the vacation with you. That type of stuff. It's like, wait, what? I thought we were just on vacation. It's going to be something bigger, something that kind of like it makes you a little bit weak in the knees in a good way. So yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. May I have 3 cards for the collective, please? May I have 3 cards for the collective? Thank you. May I have 2 more cards for the collective, please? May I have 2 more cards for the collective? That one seemed like it wanted to come out, but it went back, so I'm not going to let it come out. 2 more cards for the collective. 2 more cards for the collective. April 20th. Wednesday. Which strangely, it is 4:20 today. So yeah. Two more cards for the collective, please. 2 more cards for the collective. Something is telling me to stop and read this one card that came out. So what is this? This is the One of Moons. All right. One of Moons. Let me pull this. Okay. So this is the first card that came out, the One of Moons. And it says, interpretation. When translated into the life of an individual, the spirituality and emotional foundations of the Ace of Moons becomes indicative of home life, family, fertility. You know, the Empress came out during the pre-shuffle, so there is a lot of new ideas in fertility. Also, somebody might be pregnant. The reason I'm saying that is because in one of the other cards in the Nostradamus deck that came out in the pre-shuffle, that one mentioned pregnancy. Someone may be hearing about a pregnancy. Just throwing that out there because of the whole fertility thing. Also, if you're not looking to get pregnant, you know what to do. All right, back to this. It says, fertility and generosity of spirit. The person represented here is a fount of wisdom, good spirit, and love. They love to bring good news, to offer every kind of nourishment to those around them. This is also a card of good omens, suggesting that any new enterprise will flourish. And then it mentions reverse, but the card is not reversed. So, and it says upright. It says home, family, feast, nourishment, good cheer, good news, fertility, transcendence, and love. So that's one of the things going on. Like I said, out with the old, in with the new. These are, okay, thank you. Were those 2 cards or 1? No, that's 2 cards. Wow, okay. All right, what card is this? Fortitude. This must be the strength card. It's number 11. In some tarot decks, the strength and justice are switched, where 11 is strength and 8 is justice. And in this deck, it's saying fortitude, which more than likely means strength. So let me pull that right quick. So yeah, fortitude. It says upright, strength, force, courage, power, ability, authority, commanding presence is what it is. The interpretation is kind of long. So I'll read some of this. It says fortitude represents the strength to keep going when everything looks hopeless. But unlike the Chariot, it has less to do with the ego than with the physical power. As such, it has been described as the warrior card. But this limits its scope. Strength of will also transcends the bonds of human ability, and all that countless tales of heroic achievement. Okay. are very much a part of this card's meaning. In readings, it signifies the eagerness of the seeker to attack the problem and indicates a strong resource of strength across the board. You may also be required to tame the forces within you that seek to meet every opposition in a combative way. So, in other words, it's keeping the ego in check too, is what this is about. It's about rising to the occasion to take on what you need to take on, but it's also knowing when to pick your battles, is what this is about. But when you do battle, you have the fortitude to make it through, regardless of how you physically feel, how you mentally feel, because the strength of spirit transcends all of that, transcends the mental, transcends the physical and everything else. The strength of spirit, how strong is your spirit? But again, choose your battles wisely. Now, this one is the Prince of Suns. The Prince of Suns is the third card that came out. So let's pull the Suns right quick. Prince of Suns. It says, upright, a leader and instructor, a magus, a teacher, a visionary, an honest man, active, generous, but fierce as an advisor, strong-minded and determined, a master of the creative energies. So definitely there's a lot of strength going on here with fortitude and Prince of Suns. Now at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Suns. Two of Suns is at the bottom of the deck. So let me pull that one right quick. All right, Two of Suns, upright. It says achievements, maturity, a dominant personality. That sounds similar to the Prince of Suns. It says a hot temper, iron logic, dark thoughts, overboldness, determination, quarrels, new possibilities. So for that, again, this is about knowing when to pick your battles. Pick your battles wisely. Don't just rush in. Now, I want to do a clarification on this. Can we clarify the Ace of Moons, please? Ace of Moons. Can we clarify Ace of Moons, please? Okay. That was 2 minutes. Thank you. Oh, wow. Didn't I Ace of Pentacles. It's hard with the lighting because it's white, but I'm trying to hold it up. Ace of Pentacles is what it is. Ace of Pentacles clarifies the Ace of Moons. So there's 2 aces here. So there is something of monetary gain that is happening. And again, it goes back to what I said before. And don't forget, pentacles aren't just about money. Pentacles can be about anything in the physical world. So it can be related to job. It can be related to home. It can be related to family. Anything in the 3D world, pentacles are related to. But yes, usually aces are about something new, a gift from the universe. And with pentacles, it usually leans towards money. So some of you might be receiving some money, unexpected money at that. But there's something coming in that may be unexpected for you, is what I'm picking up, because the Ace of Pentacles is clarifying this. And whatever this is that comes in from the universe is going to bring in some type of stability, is what it will do. Can we clarify fortitude, please? Can we clarify fortitude, please? Can we clarify? Thank you. Okay. What card is this? 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. Didn't it mention the warrior in Fortitude? So yeah, 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior. So yeah, this is clarifying this. And also, going back, Ace of Pentacles is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Wands energy is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But Wounded Warrior energy. Something is telling me to say keep going. Don't stop. Keep going, because that's Wounded Warrior energy. Also, something just said this to me as well. When I said out with the old and in with the new, 9 of Wands can also be about boundaries. Some of you might be setting boundaries now with people, especially if there's some type of abundance coming in, Ace of Pentacles. If you don't have boundaries, you're going to need to set them. You will need to set boundaries. Just saying. I mean, we all have free will and you're grown. You can do what you want to do. But this is saying boundaries need to be set. And for others of you, it's saying that you're winning. You're going to win the battle. It's going to be a hard fought battle is what it is. Whatever your battle is. You know your battle better than I ever could. But this is something saying that you've been through the ringer, but you will succeed. Especially with this Ace of Pentacles. Can we clarify the Prince of Suns, please? Can we clarify the Prince of Suns? Two cards came out. Wow. The Queen of Wands and the Hangman. Hold on. I'm trying to get it because the lighting. Let me do this. This deck, because it's white and the way the lighting is set up. So that's the Hangman one, and then the Queen of Wands is right there. But, yeah. Queen of Wands and the Hangman. Something is telling me. Queen of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Also, Queen of Wands, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Queen of Wands is a very magnetic personality. It's somebody who has a lot of charisma. Someone who, even if they aren't looking for attention, they get the attention anyway. Is what I get. For the Prince of Suns, some of you might be affiliated with a Queen of Wands where you're advising someone who's in Queen of Wands energy, or this could be your energy, which is why you're the Prince of Suns. You are the leader because you are so magnetic. Hangman is about enlightenment. Also, Hangman can be about sacrifice. 2. I'm trying to pick up the other energy. At the bottom of the deck is interesting. The Ace of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So we have technically 3 aces. We have the Ace of Moons, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Again, out with the old, in with the new. Aces are about something new coming in. That's what they are about. An achievement will happen. This Hangman energy is about getting a new, it's about getting a new perspective on things and seeing something differently. Maybe there is a Queen of Wands that made you see something differently, someone in Queen of Wands energy, or you're in Queen of Wands energy and you're seeing something differently. Because all of this could be you. With the Prince of Suns, the Queen of Wands, and the Hangman, all of this could be you. Is what it could be. But for others of you, a Queen of Wands energy, whoever it may have been, might have made an impression on you that helped give you a different outlook on something. With the Ace of Wands here, especially since we talked about pregnancy, yeah, there may, some of you, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This could all be the same timeline, or it could be multiple timelines. There could be someone who you're going to meet, and this may actually be the Queen of Wands that you may meet. And you meet someone in Queen of Wands energy, and you may have had the idea, not the idea, that's not the word. You may have decided that you were through with love. You were through with romance. But then you meet the Queen of Wands, someone in Queen of Wands energy. And then all of a sudden, it's off to the races. And it's going to happen fast, because under the under the Ace of Wands, when I lifted it up, is the Eight of Wands. So it's going to be movement. Something's going to happen fast. And again, this is going to be out the blue for some of you, going on the romance level. For others of you, Ace of Wands is about being an entrepreneur too. It's about passion. If you're pursuing some type of entrepreneurial goal, once you start it, don't be surprised if things start to move quickly. You may have a new perspective on something where you incorporate it into whatever you're doing, and then it really gets the ball rolling, which brings in that Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, there's a lot here. But regardless, throughout this journey of whatever you're looking to accomplish, you need strength and fortitude is what you need. And you may be wounded during the process, but it's going to work out. Because again, we have like 3 aces here. That it doesn't get, I mean, it can get better than that, but I mean, that's like really, really good. So yeah, I'm going to get going because this went way, way longer than I wanted it to go. So yeah, that's all I have. Out with the old, in with the new. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.